Mellow. That was supposed to be more smooth, but YouTube showed me something and I was like distracted for a second. But hi. Welcome. YouTube. What's up? Oh, I didn't refill my water. Should we go do that together? Anyways, what are we talking about today? We're talking about my testimony or my journey. I don't really like testimony because that's Christianese. Everything was about your testimony. I hated those days because in the Christian circles that I was in, I don't know, you never felt good enough for God. And then testimonies came, and you're like, why the fuck is this person getting blessed by God, but I'm not? You know, so that I really struggled with testimony days. Anyways, uh, besides that, we're talking about how I've gone from being someone who was like all about being concerned about what men thought about me, doing whatever men wanted, all this BS, to focusing on me, loving me, valuing me, and allowing men access when they are the ones who show the value and do it, earn access to me. All right. So I don't know why. I think maybe because it might be one of my love languages, but I used to think that I needed to give gifts to guys that I liked, especially in the church. I'd give them money all the time, buy them stuff. I almost did that recently with a guy that I have a crush on. He helped me with something. I wanted to give him something, and he's like, no. And I'm like, yeah, you're right. Anyways, so I was deep in the self-loathing, you know, I'm not good enough for a man because I'm not even good enough for God. Rejection, always being attracted to people that I was not, there was no access. It was either somebody who was taken or someone that clearly did not like me, but I still was attracted to them. And I would stay attracted. Like, even though there were so many signs that this person didn't even like me, I would stay attracted and just allow myself to be in so much despair and regret and turmoil for no reason, because I felt that's what I deserved and that's how it was. And yeah, until 2020, I watched The Secret and it totally changed my life. I was like, this isn't how it's supposed to be. Life is not supposed to be about me so concerned about how other people see me, especially men, and having men dictate my life. Like, this was a big no-no in my church. Even though there were some women who showed a lot of cleavage, it was a big no-no in my church. Like, one of the girls in our church, she was wearing a tank top that clearly had, you know, the width that's allowed in schools and stuff like that. One second. And she got in trouble for flagging in a tank top because she was being seductive to men, causing them to have sinful thoughts. Fuck off, okay? You know how long it took me? My best friend, who's a male, he helped me. He drilled it into me. He's like, no, Angela, listen. My thoughts are my responsibility. Wear whatever the fuck you want. And if I have impure thoughts, it's my fault. So anyway, so I came from a life where I never seemed like I was worthy to God, worthy to men. I thought I was worse than dirt. I made a point. What point did I make? Thank you for letting me know. You guys are more talkative than TikTok was. But anyways, And yeah, so I did not see my value. I was constantly comparing myself to not only the other people in my church, but to my family, to other women. And I just didn't see the value in me. And because the church makes you feel like you're never good enough for God, I just never felt good enough. And I would constantly do things to make myself be rejected. Let me see. I don't know what that means. But anyways, and so yeah, so it took me because so that in 2020 I left. Well, we all left everything because the lockdowns, but I fully left the church. Like my heart was not in it anymore. Not only was what happened was our pastor died, so our assistant pastor took over the church from his wife and kicked her out. So I was like, I'm not being associated with any of this bullshit. And then second of all, I watched The Secret and was learning that it's not necessarily how the church says it is. And that there's more to it than that. So the last 6 years I've been pouring into myself, pouring into the value, learning about myself. If I don't like you, yeah. I just got off TikTok, so now my throat's dry. And I ran out of water. Me being a girl, it's hard to focus when you have a big heart like this. Yeah. And it's because you're not directing that heart to yourself. That's what I had to learn. Yes, you can love people, but if they're not respecting you and you're not respecting yourself, then it's like it's bullshit. It has no value because you still feel like crap. You're still not valuing you. You're still not honoring you, right? So like I used to always compare myself to my sister. My sister is stunning. I'm just as stunning, but all my life, I always thought my sister was more beautiful. Okay? We have a different body shape. Her chest is a different shape than mine. So I used to always compare myself to that. Aw, thank you. Yes. The creator does, because the creation never makes a mistake. You come here knowing the life you're getting into. That's another big lie that society tells you. Okay? When people say you can't choose your parents, yeah, you fucking did before you got here. You knew the life that they would give you to learn the lessons that you're coming here for and experience the life you want to experience. But anyways, so if you're not loving you first, you loving others is just like ashes. Because you're giving out of stuff that you don't have anything left of. You know what I mean? But when you pour into you, you rest, you eat well, you take care of yourself, give the stuff that you need, buy the clothes that you like for you, do what you need. Then you're able to love you. Then you're able to give genuine love out, not forced love or sacrificed love. You know what I mean? But she's not. Your sister isn't prettier than you. You are supposed to be what you are. See, and that's what you have to realize. Like now, you know those songs? I'm trying to think, because I always direct it to me now. Like, I'll remember it. But like, you need to realize you are the most beautiful thing. Because creation doesn't make mistakes. Okay? You're an image of God. And there's a reason why you chose this body. Hello, Turkin. Yeah. So it's like, you need to love you first. And when I was a Christian, everything was about man. A man. I can't show my boobs because a man's going to he's going to cause sinful thoughts. I can't move a certain way. I can't say certain things. I can't do certain things. I actually had an argument with my neighbor who is still a Christian. So, but that doesn't mean anything. That doesn't mean anything. There's so many women out there that, that doesn't mean anything. You need to love you for you. And if you want to change it, then change it. But anyways, what was I saying? I get so distracted so easy. I did. And I'm very grateful for it. Because I was 100% on the struggle bus. I was depressed. I was like no drive for anything. And like when I first moved here in 2013, I literally had to go shopping by myself because I didn't know what I liked. I knew what my sister liked, but I didn't know what I liked. I knew what other people liked, but I didn't know what I liked. So even before I came out of Christianity, I had to learn who I was because I just didn't know anything about me, because Christianity, it's like so, it's like I said at the beginning of my life, I hated testimony days because I always felt like unless you were, no offense to drug addicts and all this stuff and people who go through hard things, they came here to do that. But unless you were like a hardcore drug addict and like living in like the most ultimate sin, like God wouldn't help you. And that's how I felt, because it was always those who gave a testimony, mostly those who something happened to them, or it was like the popular people or whatever. I won't hug you that hard. But yeah. So I came out of Christianity. I started focusing on me. My best friend helped me a lot with that. He would always say, he would compliment me all the time. He would, when I would have bad nights, he would message me and stuff like that. And in the church circle that I was in, reading certain books was a sin. Almost doing anything was a sin, for freak's sakes. But so now I'm so excited because I've always wanted to be someone who reads a lot, and now I'm able to do that. I'm reading a lot of romantasy, a lot of fantasy, a lot of romance, which you probably see in my shorts. And I'm having so much fun. And not being ashamed of liking something or having an opinion on something or saying no because I just don't want to. You know how big that is, to say no because you just don't want to do something? It's like, no, I'd rather read my book than go hang out with all these people who still have a lack mindset and listen to them talk about how they don't have this, don't have that, don't have this, don't have that, and how they're comparing their lives to other people. I'd rather not. And so I'm alone a lot, which is fine. Sometimes I don't even hang out with my family anymore because I'm like, I don't want to listen to what you're talking about. That would be a lie. You are girls after all. We are girls after all. Everything will turn into a competition between us, even if it's a hug. No, it's not supposed to. That's the thing. That's another thing. Women need to realize they don't need to be in competition with anybody. Except for themselves. That's a competition I would prefer than men just objectifying me. Try for a little serious reading. The Power of Now. I've read The Power of Now. I love Eckhart Tolle. I love him. Love it. I read it. I read that and New Earth. I listen more right now to Bashar, and I used to listen to Abraham all the time, but I listen more to Bashar, and and some guys on Instagram. But anyway, you'll see them in my stories if you go to my other social media. But yes, so like I posted in my last short, I want to come on here regularly to talk to women. Yes, they're all good. To talk to women and, well, Oh well. Oh well, get used to it. Have a good day. So see, and that's the other thing too, is like people are so used to objectifying and not being used to it that they can't even concentrate, which is a sad thing. People should be able to wear whatever they want. But anyways, what were we talking about? Yeah, so that's another thing. I'm gonna come on here and talk to people and help them with any issues that they have with it's more with women with their issues towards men and talk like that, and any mindsets that might come from Christianity and go towards that. But yeah, so that's what I shared in my last short, and that's what I want to do. So if you guys are interested in that, then subscribe, do the stuff, and when I'm live, you'll know. But other than that, that was my story. So if you guys want to talk about anything else, talk about that, about stuff that frustrate you, women versus the men. So like my ex, lots of things that I've learned from my ex. One thing I learned from my ex is to never wait around for somebody, especially a man. Okay? Hello, Amanda. So he would message me on Friday night. He lived in a different city than me. It was only an hour away. But he would message me Friday night and said, I'm coming to London. And I said, okay. No joke. I would wait all day Saturday. Do you think he messaged me on Saturday? Do you think he messaged me on Saturday? Do you even think he messaged me on Sunday? What do you think? Do you think he messaged me on Sunday? So not only did he not message me on Saturday, Sunday he would message me, but not until he was already home. Like 6 o'clock at night. And I'd be like, what the hell, dude? You said you were coming to London. And he's like, well, I did. And then I'm like, what the I'm like, I've been waiting for you to message me all day, all weekend. And I literally stayed in the house watching my phone. So that's a thing to not allow people to waste your time, guys. Like even now, if people want access to my time, if they're late or if they're disrespectful, they're cut off. No, it's not how men function. It's not. That's a lie. I'm glad you're on here because you're going to realize these lies. No, that's not how men function. If it's somebody that values you, they will not treat you that way. And you will not allow yourself to be treated that way. If he does treat you that way, block him. Goodbye. That's what I did to mine. I broke up with him and I said, because you're a piece of dirt. And then he asked for forgiveness. I gave him another chance. And he did it to me again. And I said, that's exactly why I broke up with you. And he said, sorry. And he kept doing it. So I just said goodbye. And I left him. No, yeah. And that's why you've lowered your value standards so much that you just let it be. And no, I was not overthinking. I could have been at the time, but yeah. But no. If a man is not treating you properly, treating you how you would treat yourself, because you would not do that to you, then they are not worth your time. They're not worth it. Goodbye. Blocked. Cut. Cut. Anybody like that. Tried a new hair routine this morning, which I'll be sharing on here eventually in my shorts, but I'm not bashing men. I'm saying if this is how a man acts, some men act like that. I'm saying women allow this behavior to happen because they don't know their own value and they just let it happen. when it's not a thing that should be happening. Whatever. I have, and that's why I'm sharing this to help other people. Jose, that's why, because I've learned from the experiences I've had with men, and I'm sharing those experiences that I've learned so that women don't deal with the same bullshit. Okay? And a lot of reasons why a lot of women have frustrations with men is because they have adult fun way too early. They allow adult fun before he has shown that he's consistent and he's worth it. So if he is not doing what he's supposed to be doing, not showing you consistency and providing, he has no value in your life. Goodbye. Women, you are the ultimate and highest value. Men would have nothing in their lives without you. They wouldn't have children. Okay? They wouldn't have femininity, stuff like that in their lives. Okay? So, I don't know what that means. But anyways, yeah, so you are the ultimate value. Oh, thank you. Thank you, Jose. Yeah. So that's a thing my ex did. He did pay for stuff, but he wasn't a provider. He didn't provide for me. And I got hot dogs, though. I know, hot dogs are like one of the worst foods. But I like hot dogs, and I was craving hot dogs one day, and he bought them for me. But he didn't pay for stuff above what he needed to. Oh, thank you. I am diligent in loving myself to make my aura stay bright. See, I was watching my words. I was watching my words because I don't like that word working on. Because if you're working on something, you're always working on it. If you only had one wish, what would it be, sister? A wish? I don't know if I can do that. I wish to live in one of my books. To be honest, to live in one of my books as the female character. Oh yeah. But I know for sure I'll attract a man who treats me decently, so I'm not too worried about it. But yeah. Yeah. Are there any other women on here who want to talk about, the frustrations they've had with men? So to be honest, if a man isn't providing for you, isn't buying you shit, isn't giving you money, that man does not love you. He does not like you. He hates you. Okay? 50-50 is not a fucking thing. Okay? Learn that. Put your standards very high. Because men will get away with shit. They will do whatever they can get away with to have adult fun with you. Fuck, Massimo, stop doing that. He did that in my TikTok live. He kept going through here. And he keeps his tail up and it moves my cord. Anyways, men are okay to waste 5-10 years of your life and take from you. Because in their mind, they believe they can do better. And they will. Unless they decide to marry you because they realize they can't. And they'll waste your life. I know that for sure. I've seen an example in my life of a couple. They're getting married now, but whatever. She's silly. But yeah. Hello. So don't settle for that crap. Treat yourself the way you want to be treated. Love yourself the way you expect someone to love you. And then a man will come in your life and he'll be so obsessed with you. And it'll just click. It'll just work. Don't you dare. He does that also when I'm posting videos. He just like, because I'll have my phone on my table. I know he's not supposed to be on the table, but he'll jump up and he'll keep going in front of my... Anyways, enough of me complaining about our cat. It's technically my sister's cat. When I move out, he won't be living with me, so I can't say our cat, but yeah. I don't mind. It's just he sticks his tail in the air and then he pulls on the charging cord, or he knocks stuff over because he's got this tail that weighs so much. Anyways, yeah. So any questions, ladies, about mindsets of Christianity that I came out of, or you know, what to look for with men and stuff like that? No, I'm grateful he doesn't chew my cords. I'm grateful he does not chew my cords. I'm grateful that all of my animals have been great animals. I had 2 dogs and they passed away in April. And I'm grateful I've never had dogs that like chewed walls, chewed shoes, chewed anything, or did any of that stuff. But that's the only thing he does, is he knocks shit over with his tail. He moves stuff with his tail. So he likes the attention, and then he starts moving my electronics. I'm like, stop it! Now see? This is what he should be doing. But I think he learned quick because he stopped going there. But yeah. You guys like my hair? I tried a new way to do it today. I have red in it. That's why this side looks all red with the light and this side looks just brown. But there is red color in it. Yeah, so a guy that tried to get into my life that I cut off immediately was actually my ex's best friend. He was my ex's best friend before he was my ex, because he realized we were dating and they got into a huge fight apparently. But I think I'm currently in a relationship and I'm being used for sex, which you're okay with, but she won't admit it. I just want to know what we are doing. Oh, okay. Then ask her. Ask her flat out. Is this sexual relationship only? Then that's all it is. Then you're I don't want to say a saddle, but then I don't know. Then put an ultimatum. If you want more, put an ultimatum. If not, then if you're enjoying it, then just keep doing it until something changes. If you want a relationship with someone else, find someone else. And then when you find that person and cut this woman off and she asks why, then just say that. Say you're looking for something else, and it's different now. But like ladies, you are never tied down to one person unless there's marriage. Hello, Jonathan. Until they put a ring on it, like which one's my left hand? until they put a ring on it. I'm a hermit. Finding another woman is easier said than done, but I get what you're saying. Well, just like a woman can't find a man if she's trying to pretend she's Rapunzel, right? If you're going to be Rapunzel, you're going to be, because I had to deal that. I had to tell myself that. Like, I'm constantly wondering why I'm still single, and I'm like, but I'm in the house freaking 24/7. So it's like I've been forcing myself to get out more. Not only have I been forcing myself to be myself in my reels and shorts on social media, but I'm like, I need to get out of the house also, right? And bars do not count. If you want a successful man who will treat you properly and provide for you the way you're supposed to be, don't be going to freaking bars. Because that's not where successful, rich-minded men are. They don't waste their time at bars. Hi, baby. Yeah. So, well, and what does it matter to her? Why do you care so much? Why does she have that much of an effect on your life? If you've already decided that that is the mutual relationship, unless, like, is she, like, are you paying for things for her? Do you provide for her? Because if you are, then you're basically just a sugar daddy. Like, is she sleeping with anyone else? You might not know because she technically doesn't need to tell you, but I don't know what gentleman stuff means. Like opening doors, carrying boxes, like that stuff's BS. I want money. Even though I appreciate, I would rather a guy pick up the box instead of me, just saying. Oh, okay, here and there. I would say you're kind of a sugar daddy. I don't know. If you enjoy it, it's up to you. But if you want something more, I suggest you get out and look for someone. And don't go looking for them at the bars. Even as a man. Because you'll just, I don't know. Thanks, Captain Obvious. Thanks, Captain Obvious. I love comments that are obvious, stupid stuff. Thanks, Captain Obvious. Your message isn't going to be shown because of how stupid it is. Just so you know. Anyway, so yeah. I'm still pretty new to it, but I do listen to a lot of Russell Hartley and that girl, I don't know, Shira. The one who goes Sparkle Sparkle. And I listen to a lot of Bashar. So knowing your worth and knowing how things are run, because like women, you are the ultimate value, okay? You give life, you bring so much to the table that men don't have. I actually heard someone say that men are boring. They are so boring. And that we just bring this excitement and joy to their lives. Like, have you ever seen any of those reels where a guy stands there and he like, me before my wife, and he's got like nothing, and then it's like when my wife comes, there's like paintings in the house, there's kids in the house, there's stuff in the house. Yeah, like you need to realize that that's your value. You don't need to bring anything to the table. Just you as a person, yourself, being a woman is the value. You're 100% the value just as you. You don't need to bring anything to the table but you, but yourself. Yeah. So that is that. Any other comments, concerns, questions about what we've talked about? Any of the other stuff? Well, you need to not be antisocial. You need to get out, like we talked about, Jose. Jose said, how do I meet other women? My ex left me after 30 years. I'm antisocial. Well, you can still be antisocial, but you need to go out. I wouldn't recommend dating apps necessarily because, according to Russell Hartley, not a lot of stuff happen on them because they're constantly looking for something better, expecting something better. Hello. And so I just like join. You don't necessarily need to join a gym, but like go to places where, if you want a high quality woman, go to places where there's like, because this is the exact same advice that Russell Hartley gives to women. Go to places where there's a paywall, right? If you want women that are more of your standard, go to where there's a paywall. I'm from London, Ontario. Then don't use the computer, Jose, if you're afraid of the computer. But yeah, like, see, like men will marry the waitress. Okay, you can find an amazing woman at a local restaurant. Like, we're everywhere. But for us to find successful men are everywhere, but normally the better places to find them are places where there's paywalls. So like golf clubs, charity balls, charity events, business luncheons, stuff like that. Stuff where people, because women, you want someone who's already successful, right? You don't want to waste your time with a man who's trying to figure shit out. As women, you're not supposed to struggle. I think things cost money. And men are supposed to want to provide and shower their women. Because women bring confidence to men. So if you're walking around looking like a freaking bag of dirt, that's not going to give him confidence. No. This isn't an episode of Doctor Who. No. If you want to pay me, you can. Oh, wow, do I come? Yes. Yes, you go to the woman first. Because if you're not confident enough to talk to a woman, why do they want you in your life? I don't know. Am I able to accept super chats? I don't even know. Does it give you guys the option to do that? I touched something. And I don't want to touch it. But yeah. Yeah. If you want to, honestly, gentlemen, if you want to know how to treat a woman, read romance novels. Read Romantasy. Because the men in there treat them properly. The ones they end up with, not the scumbags they run away from. But the ones that they end up with, treat them properly. They treat them with value. They pay for them. They make sure they're the only woman in their room. And the women lack for nothing. And they will slice the brother. They will slice anybody who looks at their woman sideways. So you don't have to be, You don't have to look like them, right? Of course, all of not the romance novels necessarily, but in the romanticities, usually the men have like chiseled abs and everything. You don't have to look like that necessarily, but you need to provide. You need to be able to consistently provide, not blame your wife or the woman for you not having enough money, because that's all you, but. And, well, you ask her if she's single. Like, it's a simple conversation. Thank you. You guys didn't answer me if there's a super chat option on here. But yeah, if you want advice, read romance novels, because they tell you how. If you want one, for instance, the conditions of the will, conditions of the will. That is more like mystery romance, but like the guy like she has money. She had money from an inheritance, but he paid for her stuff. He paid for her stuff. He carried her bags. He moved to a different country for her. Like that kind of stuff. There's no option? Okay. I wonder if it's just because I don't have, if I'm not monetized yet. So you guys want to help with that and share and like, that'd be great. I'm not really too worried about it because my online business makes me money, but I don't really, not a focus, but it would be extra stream of income. We always love those. Yes. Yes. Any other comments, concerns, questions? Oh, lost my slipper. Hey. What should we talk about tomorrow? I need to go out tomorrow, but I might go on. I might come on in the morning or when I get back. Excuse me. My goodness, I'm so gassy. I might come back on later tonight. Would you guys like me to come back on later tonight? And we can talk about something else. But yeah. I think it's just so funny that my hair is one color this side, the other color is not. Just because of the lighting. Well, this was quick. See, yes and no. Because everything in this world stems to what you believe. Everything is based on your beliefs and what you believe. So if you believe that the devil is real and it can hurt you, then that's just what's gonna happen, because that's your focus. That's what you believe. Just like, but like I learned that there are demons, but they don't actually operate the way that we've been taught, where they're trying to contain the negativity in this world, where we've been taught they bring in the negativity. I believe I learned that from Bashar. But yeah. So I don't think there is. The devil is just basically your beliefs and, you believing your own negative shit. Your own lies that you tell yourself. Yeah, they can. Yeah, they can. But if you're too worried about it, like just say like this. Let's say it belonged to somebody, I don't know, whatever. Just say you belong to me now, any negative energy be gone. Like it's not that hard. It's just not that hard. It's everything is very simple. That's one thing that was taught when I was taught as a Christian was like everything was hard. Like you had to suffer and sacrifice everything, right? To please God. Well, that's not how it is. And everything's so simple. It's just based on your belief. And it's going to take time to get over the negativity and the lies that you believe. Like I had to get over those lies that I believed for so long. And yeah, so I'm surprised. I'm surprised there's more action on here than TikTok, to be honest. But that's okay. Yes, I do. And the creator doesn't make mistakes. And you're part of the creator. See, like Jesus came here to show us who we are and what we are. He didn't necessarily come here to be worshipped. He came here to remind us who we fucking are. And like, hello guys, wake the hell up. You're more powerful than you think. You know, you've been believing what society and people who want to control you have been lying to you about. Yeah. Yeah. Just stabbed myself. Yeah. And you're part of the creator who came here to get an experience. You wanted to know how it is to be in this body on this earth, feeling these feelings and experiencing these experiences. No, because it wasn't. He might reincarnate. He can, but the second coming that Jesus talked about is already happening with the awakening of people realizing their power and that they're not, just part of this matrix, that they actually control their own reality, that they are part of creation, they are part of God, that they're not just here on random. You know. Does that make sense, Jose? Where are you from, Jose? Because that's obviously a Spanish name. The Antichrist can be, to me, in my opinion, is considered the other beliefs. The beliefs that keep you oppressed and depressed. And constantly thinking you have to struggle and that you're alone and that you're not loved. So the Christ is love and light and joy. So the Antichrist is depression and anger and hate. Oh, nice. You're in Canada. A lot of people come here. And I'm trying to leave. No, I'm not trying. I'm going to leave. I am going to leave. I'm probably going to go to Portugal, actually. I was going to move to Belize, but I heard it's too humid and that Portugal is the perfect summer temperature, so I can dress in summer dresses all day and not have to wear winter coats and boots and all those things that I do not like. Yeah, so be sure to like, subscribe, share, so that way I can help more people. because eventually I'm going to have other stuff on here. I'm going to talk about my online business that's about to launch sometime between now and February. And then I'm going to still talk about books that I'm reading, talk about baseball, talk about whatever. What was one of the happiest times? Every day is the happiest time in my life. Every day I'm alive. But I would say every time that I realize how powerful I am, and I notice that, like in the morning, when I remind myself who I am, how powerful I am, I'm going to have a great day. But a really happy time was when I won World Series tickets to the Blue Jays. Unfortunately, they lost that game, but still won. So you guys still want to chat? Should we go upstairs and get me some more hot water? Do you guys enjoy that? Even though my cat is being okay. Oh, thank you. Yes, please like, share, and subscribe, Jose. Actually, a friend of mine, she's half Mexican and half Canadian. Her mother was from Mexico and her dad's from Quebec. So she's half Spanish, half French. But yeah, so it's almost been an hour. You guys were great. TikTok was quiet. TikTok wasn't as hopping as you guys. All right. Anything else before I go? Because I need to go to the bathroom. I drink a lot of water, so I'm going to the bathroom all the time. Yeah, I have maybe a couple of hours of alone time, so I'm going to listen to my book. And then I'm going to make supper. We're having hamburgers. And then either I might come back live. Maybe I'll have both my phones, so that way I don't have to go on TikTok and YouTube separately, but maybe. You guys have been so much fun, I might just stay on YouTube. Hello, hello. Okay, I need to go to the bathroom. So again, thank you so much for watching. Please like, subscribe, share, all that stuff. And I'll catch you on the next live. You guys were great. Thank you. Thank you, thank you. Bye. Oh, so the passive income, that was close. I almost ended it. It's okay. We can continue. So it is an online marketplace, and so it's like TikTok and Amazon and Etsy put together, except for you consistently get paid and you don't have to buy products. You don't have to make content if you don't want to. And yeah, you get consistently paid once you share it with 2 other people. And yeah, and if you don't want to share it, if you don't want to do any of that stuff, I help you with that. Our community helps you with that. But it's a marketplace, a global marketplace where people can buy off of the site quality products, yet local merchants can be a part of it. That's the huge key. Okay? You know how small businesses have been going down since the lockdowns? Well, this is a way to help small businesses to get online, to already get a customer base, because we're already at almost 200,000 people in our community. So they're already going to have 200,000 customers, even more, because when we open up, because we're not doing the local merchants until the spring, or no, the fall. But we're working to open up very soon the local marketplace, the marketplace. And yeah, there's just so many great things. So if you want more information, just go on my site in my bio. In the first video, DesAlps, because it's everywhere. If you go to all my social media, it says I'm a founding member of DesAlps, so that's what I talk about. That's what makes me money. So you go on there, watch the video, join my VIP list, and then I will let you know when we relaunch to the public. And then we're good to go. You can start making money. And don't give me this bullshit. I don't talk, I have nobody to, everybody tells everybody everything that they're doing. If you drank a coffee that you liked, if you got socks that you like, anything, you're always going to tell somebody that you like something that you like, right? So you only need to bring in 2 people to start making residual income. Not even. There's just so many ways to make money with it. So, okay, is it local to Ontario or bringing in Alberta? Yeah, it's global. So our goal is to, like, we have huge teams in India, Australia, Europe, Avi, Canada, and I love it because it's a Canadian company, so Canadians actually get paid properly, but it's in US, which is awesome because not only do we get paid properly, we get it in US funds, so we get paid more. But then we are adding in global merchants from every single place. So everywhere. That's the goal, is every city, every person who's in there, their city can become online. And not only do they sell their own products online, but like my sister owns a hair salon, right? So she can give loyalty rewards to her clients that she currently has through the company. It's gonna be huge. So yeah, it's gonna be amazing. Global marketplace. Those are great questions. Anything else, guys? Yeah, I actually have a person on my team who's from Alberta, I believe. She's from Alberta. In my community. Yeah. Yeah, and we have people from Africa too. Oh, you're fine. I don't mind. I like interacting. When it's when nobody's interacting with me, then that's when I get off. Maybe. Sure, if you want to. I can I can give you as one of her personals. And then maybe you guys can hang out in your province. I don't know exactly where she is in Alberta, but I'll double check. She's from Alberta. But yeah, just go on my website and or you can message me on one of the other social medias. Let me know. And I'll keep you in touch. But it's easier if it's probably easier if you just join my VIP list, so that way you all get the information of when DesAlps goes live. There's only a few spots and they're all closed. I don't know what that means. You go to the link in my bio, and when you go on there, it'll show VIP list. You just put your name and email in, and you'll get a welcome email from me. You should. Let me know if you don't, because I fixed it. I was playing with it this morning. And yeah, and then it says in there. Okay. Oh, I see what you're saying. I thought you meant on my website. I'm like, that doesn't make any sense. My bad. But Syria, hello. I almost feel like just staying live now on YouTube because you guys are so interactive. But I do want more hot water. So maybe we should go upstairs and do that. Yeah. So, or I'll come back later. Doesn't matter. Go get more hot water? Okay, let's do it. Let's go up there and get it. Sounds good. Unplug. Disconnect. All right. Oh, I drink a lot of these now. It started with my sister and I went to go see the Blue Jays at a local bar because they were playing it on Apple TV. And I didn't have Apple TV at the time. So we asked the waitress for hot water with lemon. And now literally the moment I'm done my coffee, the kettle's on and I'm making it and I have like 5, 6 of them a day. Excuse me. And now my family's addicted to it. So I'm gonna need to put you guys down somewhere. But we were talking about the company that I'm with, the business, how I make money online. But we were also talking about me leaving Christianity and what I've learned from that and stuff like that. And then how why people are frustrated with men. Well, more women. Why women are frustrated with men. I don't know where to put you. I don't know where to put you. Maybe here? It's too dark there. On my stove, while I get the hot water. Gonna be making hamburgers soon. See, I already got the meat out. I don't think I'll do it live, but I do think I'll record it. Men are frustrated with women too. Well, it's only because they're not doing what they're supposed to. Come on, guys. You know? Tell me one thing you're frustrated about with women. Get more hot water in here. You can see me. Oy. Why is my stove's wet? Don't you ever leave Jesus. He loves us. I didn't leave Jesus, but Jesus didn't intend on being worshipped. He just came here to remind us who the fuck we are and to live the life we're supposed to. I don't want to put you guys. I told you currently, I think oh yeah. Well, then we've already talked about it. It's because you believe that's all you are deserving of. So that's what you're getting. So until you realize you deserve more than what that woman is giving you, I don't know where to put you guys because my tripod's downstairs. And the one where I usually put, where I can cut the tripod off, is recording our flower growing. So I'm like, I don't know where to put you guys down. Let's see. There we go. And then that way the tea, the hot water can get hot. Gosh. Goodness. Don't like the lighting there. Anything else you guys want to talk about? As my tea, hot water warms up in my kettle, I'll turn that off so that way. It stays. Oh my gosh. There we go. What do you guys want to talk about? What do you want to talk about? Well, like I said, we could talk about me coming out of Christianity. We could talk about what I've learned from my exes. Talk about books that I'm reading. Talk about other stuff. What are you now? Just a human being. Just a human being. Not atheist, because I know there's creation. No, just a human being who chooses to know her beliefs and not know her beliefs, but pay attention to her beliefs and see what resonates. Why is it so dark in here? All the lights are on. I am 42. Yeah. So, our TK, you said you live in Canada. Where did you move to? Can you hear me okay? Is my finger in the way? 39, nice. Good stuff. $42, yeah. I still believe I'm 25. Calgary, why did you choose Calgary over any other province? Oh, so you have American citizenship? Not by choice, then why? Now I'm so intrigued. I'm so intrigued. Why did you move to Canada? Will you guys give me 5 seconds to go to the bathroom so we can continue this, and I'll bring you guys back downstairs. So my hot water is ready. And then I need to cut my lemon. Oh. Okay, give me 5 seconds. I'm back. Thank you. I'm gonna cut my lemon. So let me get settled, okay? Ophelia. It's nice. Gonna have to make supper soon. Oh. Honestly. There we go. We're good. Let's go back downstairs. See if you know, on my table will be easier. And then I'll read your comments and we'll continue. Did you guys all leave me? Oh, my cat's still there. Good. Did you guys all leave me? Are you all still here? Oops, sorry, Muzzy. You just stabbed me. Hello. Okay, good. Just because it showed at the top that there was nobody there. So. My phone stay on here. Okay, let me try. Oh gosh. That's not gonna work. Okay. Back on the phone. There we go. Okay, so let's read the comments. Okay. I was 3. My vote didn't count yet. Haha, Miami has better weather. Mom moved here for family. All her sisters are here. We're here. Yeah, that makes sense. But now, as a 39-year-old, why do you choose to still live here? Because you can live wherever you want. If it's for family, that makes sense. But yeah. Yeah, once when I was a kid, I hope God interact with me like in person, like face to face. Then when I grew up, I became aware that even if he showed up, that would decrease my belief because I saw him. Well, and the thing too, right, is you're not out, there's nothing outside of you. You are part of creation. You are part of source. So if you keep looking outside of you, it just doesn't make any sense. Because that was like one of the biggest things I learned from getting out of Christianity, is that, you know, we're always like, you know, God, please help. God, please do this. God, you know, if I'm so good, do this, you know, all that kind of stuff, when it's not truth. You know, you are part of God. And the only reason why things don't happen is because of your belief system. When you change your belief system and get rid of the negativity, everything will be fine. But it's just because of your negativity from society, from family, from friends and whatever. If you're scared of what other people are going to think, do, and all that stuff, that's what causes negative things to keep happening in your life. Ended up having a kid and got married. A decade later, got divorced. Now sticking around with my kid. Makes sense. Don't want to be the stereotype of a black man. Not makes sense. Only 4 more years and she's an adult though, so I could change it soon. Yeah. Yeah. Yep. 4 more years, so that means she's 14. That's good though. My ex was black. He was from the Caribbean, and he had 4 children in the Caribbean. That's cool. My niece is 16. Yeah. 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 fun. She went from your parents went from Jamaica to Miami to Calgary. Hello, user. From Jamaica. I always wonder why people don't go back to their home countries. Mind you, that I'd be like asking me why I didn't go back to Italy. So I'm half Italian. My dad is from England, like his ancestors. He's not from England, he's from Toronto. But like his grandparents. His father, I believe his grandfather is from England. He migrated, during that whole thing when they all came here. And he married a indigenous woman. Yeah. That's what I hear about so much stuff. Like I have a friend in Ghana and he talks about that. Like where they'll just randomly turn the electricity off. You know? You know what I'm saying? Hey, Messy. I don't know if Mexico is the same. Apparently Mexico is the same, but I'm trying to get comfortable. It was hard sitting that way originally. I don't know if I'm 80s. I didn't actually go get checked or anything. I don't know if I don't really care that much. I do, but I don't. You know what I mean? I don't need to get discounts on stuff. I'd rather pay full price. You know what I mean? Jamaica's not that bad, but if you're educated and have the ability, you usually leave. Makes sense. Makes sense. It's just like Italy. Apparently there's no work in Italy. Like the south, where my family's from. The north is more like we're obviously Rome and stuff like that, or Milan and stuff, but from where I'm from, no. Where my family's from, not me. I'm sorry, but please could you cover? No. If you don't like it, you can get off. Nope. Ophelia. All right. I have not been to Jamaica, but I would like to. I would like to for sure. I'd like to travel the whole world, to be honest. I would probably really like to have property in Jamaica. Well, that's not my problem, user. That's your problem. Funny story, actually. I used to work at A&W, and my boss's son got married to a woman in Jamaica, and they broke up 2 months. 2 weeks later. 2 weeks. They were only married for 2 weeks. Yeah. That's a you problem, user, not me. And that's the exact bullshit mindset stuff that I left, that I had to get out of my mind from the church, is a woman covering herself up because people get aroused by cleavage. Like it's my fucking fault. Get over it. You're accountable for your own actions. If you can't handle it, go somewhere else. A woman should be able to dress whatever way they want without issues, because of men who can't control themselves. Can't control their mouth, can't control their hands, can't control their mind. Like, that's not our problem, that's yours. You have no self-control. Grow up. Did she move to Canada? I don't know. Are we talking about my boss's ex? No, they lived here. They went to Jamaica for their wedding. No, there's not. No, that's just your belief. That's your belief and your control over women. No. And that's another thing, right? Women, that was another problem I used to have. I said to my best friend, it felt like I was living as a goldfish in a bowl. And men were just always around Googling or whatever. But a woman needs to realize her value, okay? And men are very visual. Doesn't mean it's a bad thing on both sides, right? I like myself. I like the way I look. If I want to dress this way, I'm going to dress this way. And no matter what I'm wearing, someone's going to look at me anyways. That's another thing people need to realize. Men use that, don't dress that way if you don't want people to look. Men are going to look at you regardless. They're going to look because they're visual and you're a woman and you have curves, whether or not you're covered to the teeth or not. Okay, so it's like, just dress for yourself, and who gives a fuck what anybody else says. That's why I don't work. That's why I don't work for somebody else. Gonna tell me what I can and cannot wear? I'm not working there. I was working at a clothing store, and they told me I couldn't wear a tank top that I bought from there. I had to wear a camisole over it. I'm like, are you freaking kidding me? I'm like, I just left the church being told what I can and cannot wear. Now I'm gonna go to a secular workplace and being told what I can and cannot wear. And like, fuck that. So I left. Exactly. What if they work for Hooters, bud? And that was the thing. Like, that was the thing I struggled with for years. Going on social media, I'm gonna be criticized. Men are gonna say I'm like, I was on a dating app and I had beautiful pictures of me that had cleavage in it. And a guy messaged me and said, obviously all you want is sex. And I said, obviously you have a child brain, because women can show their bodies off without wanting to have sex with somebody. It's just loving themselves and loving the avatar that they chose to come to this earth in. So no. Just like, if a man decides to come on here topless, I'm not going to write to him, I have trouble with a man with no shirt on. Can you please put a shirt on? No. Like, let people live the way that they want to live. Stop trying to conform everybody into your own belief system because it suits you better, makes you feel better. Fuck that. Grow up. Yeah, you can. You can wear a tuxedo at the beach if you want. You might be hot, but you can wear it. God. Just like that. Belief systems and control. Belief systems and control. Stop trying to control people because you can't control yourself. Yeah, exactly. You can swim. There's lots. I go to the beach. When I went to the beach this summer, go check out my videos. I went to the beach a lot. There's people dressed, fully dressed, swimming. It's not insane. People do it, buds. I just literally just said that. People literally go to the beach fully dressed and swim. I literally just said that. So it's like, you got to get off your high horse and let people live their lives and stop trying to control them. Yeah. It doesn't matter, fully dressed, formal dressed, whatever you want. People just go to the beach to take freaking wedding photos. You can do whatever you want, wherever you want. I used to swim in a t-shirt and shorts. But anyways, let's talk about more interesting things than users' problems. Somebody who can't even put their first name on a freaking, put a name on a username. They have to hide behind a username. They're not worth the time. Ooh. I don't know. That brightened things up a little bit. Ophelia. Anything else you guys want to talk about? At least for now. At least for now, what? That's right. It's a free country. People need to realize that and let people live their lives. I have this conversation with people in my family so often. They'll be like, I'm like, who cares? Like, what does it do to your life? Nothing. Leave them alone. Like, you're just wasting energy on nothing. You're just wasting energy on nothing. I have about an hour until I need to start cooking, so yeah. Yeah. I've learned, it's a big thing I'm working on is where I put my energy. A lot of times I won't even talk to my family for days because I'm like, I don't even want to talk to you. No. You treat me like someone you're trying to control. No thanks. I think maybe on that side, it might be because you're not ready or you're scared. There's that too, right? We need to be honest with ourselves. Why we stay in situations. Like normally it's fear, concern about what other people think. I've been in so many arguments with my mom by now that I don't even care anymore. Hey guys. Yeah, see? That's what it is. You could stay or go. care. Just stop trying to control me. It's a free country, bud. Do whatever you want. If I was that concerned, I would have blocked you already. Because I blocked someone on YouTube, on TikTok. I don't know. She could be in your life to teach you something. Have you learned it yet? There's that too. If you forgive yourself for tolerating certain things, or tell yourself you learned the lesson and stuff, then normally situations will change. Oh. Did I just make a bird sound? Yeah, I need to start cooking in about an hour. I don't know if I'll go live for that. Because I only have access to one device right now. So, would you guys like to join me while I go live? I mean, would you guys like to join me? Yeah, if I go live making supper, it's not a big deal. Just making hamburgers. Literally mix the meat together, put some egg and whatever, and then that's it. But I was planning to record it anyways. Yeah, I was planning to record it anyway. But yeah. It'd be nice though. I would like to reach 500 subscribers on here. So if you guys want to help me do that, that'd be fine. I'm almost there. I think I need 50 or something. But like I said, I'm not really looking for TikTok to be my main money source. So I'm not too worried about becoming monetized. It would be nice, an extra stream of income, but I'm not gonna care too much. Yes, my hair is naturally curly. Yes. Actually, if you go check out my stories, obviously not in here. I don't have 1,000 subscribers yet to have stories on YouTube, but if you go check my social media, my link is in my bio, has access to all my social media. If you go check my social media, the ones that have stories like IG, Facebook, and Snap. I don't know if I have Snapchat on there. But anyways, my name's the same on everything, so just fucking put my name, you'll see everything. Yeah, and you'll see it in my stories. I was playing with my hair. Like noodles. That's one way to look at it, yeah. 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 Half Japanese. That's awesome. Huh. Yeah. I would like my hair to be fuller. I believe it will when I start taking more collagen and stuff. Our company, one of the first products we're coming out with is mineral water. So it's supposed to be extremely healthy for you. And it might make my hair stronger. And then plus collagen. I hope we come up with a collagen product. That'll be sweet. So, like if you congest it or if you put it on there, because I don't like seaweed. I would believe it. Oriental's got those Asians, man. They know almost everything. They know almost everything. Ugh, no. No thanks. No thanks. I don't eat seaweed. My niece does, though. You know those seaweed packages you get? They're like paper. Ugh. Yuck. Yuck, yuck, yuck. Yeah, I bet. That's what I'm telling you. Asians, man. That's why the Koreans have the best freaking skincare. No. If it was in a smoothie, I would have it. But to just eat seaweed? No. No thanks. No thanks. I'm going to be making more, no, I don't eat sushi. I'm going to be making more, I believe so, more healthier foods. And I'll probably record while I'm doing it. I already did one where I did the cream cheese, cottage cheese breakfast or meal that I had. I have that on my shorts, but yeah. Is it just you and I, RT? RTKO. All users still here. I guess you're getting tired and yawn. Get some rest. I'm good, thank you. I will rest when I want. We'll see. Maybe we'll talk until I go make my food and then we'll just continue talking. But yeah. Yeah. If it wasn't for the fact that we had company show up today, I might not actually have gotten out of bed until, I don't know. But I was really, yeah, don't do that. Yeah. It's easy to do. Very easy. But when you start making money, it's, you know, it's easier to eat healthier. I like there's a catch-22 about all of it, right? You can say like you can spend the same amount on junk food. Like my sister and I, we used to live beside a convenience store, and every night we go spend, I don't know, like $10-15 at the convenience store. And but if you count that up, I could have gone to the grocery store and bought, I don't know how many things for that much, how many fruits and vegetables for that much, right? And had that instead of chips and chocolate bars and whatever. So yeah. That I've always preached that before, when I was in other businesses and stuff like that. But it's very important. But do it for yourself, right? It's so crazy how we will do it more for other people than we will for ourselves, when we should be doing it for ourselves. And Yeah. Yep. Do everything for yourself first. Focus on yourself. Because when you're happy and when you're rested, you can easily give love. That's where a lot of frustration and maybe that could be your thing there, RTKO, is that you're not valuing yourself enough and giving yourself the love that you want. Also, in my mature age, 39, mature age, okay, I realized that I like curvy women, so too healthy, it's not my vibe. Oh. Yeah. I actually watched a reel about that last night with my sister. There was a girl, she was complaining about herself, and a woman from the 1800s is like saying, "What are you doing?" And she's like, "I'm complaining about, look at all this fat on me." And then she said, but that's, but that's normal. And then if you look at paintings from that time, like there's so many women where they have like chub and stuff like that. So yeah, if we have a healthy balance, there's always, what's that, 20 80 20 rule, 20 rule, 80 20. So it's like, that's what because I love, if I don't think you were here when I was eating my cake. I think that was on TikTok. But like, I love sugars, sweets, all that stuff. I've loved that all my life. But I also want to eat healthier, right? I want to fuel my body, give my body what it needs. I don't like feeling sluggish anymore. I don't like all that stuff. So I'm like, I tell myself, if you do 80 20, eat health, give stuff that you need, like fats, protein, and whatever, then you can have the snacks and do the stuff. Our cat. What? That's adorable. That's what men like. You know that song? Don't worry about your body. Men like. How does that go? Don't worry about your money. Bet Maudie, because men um, like I sing it all the time. Anyways, like, but I feel there's like a balance, right? Too much is too hard on the body, right? Like, you want the woman to at least be healthy, right? You don't want her knees to give out, not be able to do anything because she's so curvy. You know what I mean? So there's a healthy balance to that, at least in my opinion, and I believe for myself. I can't believe we've been on here for like over an hour. Well, I guess I can. I usually aim to be an hour for a live, so. And that was another mindset that I struggled with for a long time. Was I was going to the gym, like I was doing CrossFit and stuff like that, but I had this mindset that if I worked out too much, I would lose my curves and stuff like that. So I was very, even though I was going to the gym and stuff like that, I still ate way too much because of that fear. But that's something I'm working on. My current doesn't believe me when I tell her I dig it. I'm going to sound real Canadian, but I grew up watching pro wrestling. I like strong. Yeah. There's strong women in CrossFit. I watch CrossFit also. And there's strong women division. And the women in the CrossFit are strong. They're not curvy. Well, they're curvy in their own way because they're women, but they're not like chubby. Says there's 2 people on here. Who else? Hello, hello, hello. Welcome, y'all. The ones in the CrossFit community usually aren't. Oh my gosh. Hello, hello, hello. Hello, hello, hello. I'm saying hello again, RT, because there's 4 people on here now versus the 2 we had. So welcome, y'all. Welcome. We are talking about, well, right now we're talking about curves. But we were talking about me leaving Christianity and coming focused on myself and how that's looked like in my life, and then talking about women being frustrated with men and stuff like that, and how we can work on that. But yeah, you just have to decide. That's another thing. Like I was thinking about that. Yes, I was shopping by myself yesterday, and I was listening to a YouTube video, and a guy was saying that there's people in the spiritual community who are struggling right now because they're trying to do everything the old way, right? And they're stuck in the old cycles instead of moving into their purpose. Because God's will is basically whatever the fuck you want to do, right? So, because you are part of God, you came here to experience a life. So whatever you want to do is what creation wants to do. Anyway, so I don't know, this morning I was just listening to this woman on a TikTok live, and I was like, you know what? I want to talk about leaving Christianity, how it's changed my life, leaving, and how because of it I've grown so much as a person in my life, and now I'm enjoying my life. Like the other day, I live really close to a market near my house, and they're only open on the weekend. And I was walking around, and I know all the staff, practically all the staff, because I'm there all the time. But the manager of the building, assistant manager, whatever, she was looking at me. She's like, "Why are you smiling?" And I'm like, "Because I'm happy." She's like, "Why?" I'm like, "Because I worked really hard for this, to be happy. I made a decision to be happy, and and that's what I focus on." She's like, "Oh, good." I'm like, "Yeah." But like my sister's still like, if I'm walking around with a smile on or doing whatever, my sister will be like, "Mom, Angela's acting weird again." I'm like, but she's just kidding, but still. But the moral of the story was to make a decision. Things don't change in your life if you're wishy-washy. Well, maybe if it's like this, or maybe if it's like that. Maybe, no, I want it like this. This is what I want. And then let go, right? Don't be too controlling of what the results are. That was another thing. Coming back on social media, like I was so focused on results that it just wore me out, and depressed and stuff like that. But once I realized the results are not actually my responsibility is actually just doing it, then that's when things change. Because you're like, okay, if you want to be a writer, you need to read books for one, and you need to actually write, stuff like that. I am from London, Ontario. Where are you from? just cracked. Yes, I might do thrusters. Speaking of working out, I might do that. Get that booty going. India. How's it going, India? Isn't it like 3:48 a.m. in India right now? Or is that China? Yeah, I don't know. We'll see. I might record it. I like record everything, so it's like to go live, and I just need my other phone. That's the issue. The other phone, like I said, is looking after. That doesn't sound very far from me, Jose. You're back, by the way. Port Dover. I think is that southern? Because I'm in London. We've been to a lot of beaches this summer. I don't know if I've been to Port Dover though. Is there a beach there? Yeah. So that was close, almost the same as China. China, I think, is exactly 24-hour difference. The reason why I know that is because I go on the app Red Note, the Chinese TikTok, and I just know that it's whatever time I'm at, it's their opposite. Yeah, that's not far, Jose. It's not Friday the 13th. Friday the 13th, Port Dover, all bikers go. Interesting. Worldwide. When's the next Friday the 13th? Port Dover. Yeah, we've been to Port Burwell. The other ones are escaping me, but worldwide. But I have them all in mind. I recorded them and posted them here on my YouTube. So if you want to see me at the beach, go watch them. And make sure you comment and share. Oh, rude. All calendar every month. There's not a Friday the 13th every month. Like yesterday was the 13th and it was a Tuesday. I don't understand. Yeah, I plan to be at the beach a lot this summer and the Blue Jays games. I got a new bathing suit. Yeah, my mom found it. She works, she volunteers at a secondhand store. And she found me the bottoms first. And then she found a matching top, and I really like it. Yeah. So. I'll have more to choose from. Are you guys on TikTok also? Because if I go live on TikTok cooking, I like essentially need 3 phones to go live, to record, and be on both platforms. Tell something about myself. What do you guys want to know? I'm from London, Ontario. I moved down here in 2013. I was from Sudbury, Ontario. I used to be a Christian, now I'm not. I make money online. I like doing social media. I love reading. I read a lot. I'm actually thinking of getting off of here so I can read my book. And yeah, I'm going to be coming on here live, possibly every day, to talk about stuff with you guys. But yeah, anything specific you want to know? I might just give you guys 6 more minutes, and then for half an hour I'll listen to my book, and then I'll start cooking. I haven't decided if I'll go live yet cooking, because like I said, I want to record some of it. But Oy! Frick. My cat attacked my hand. So yeah, I'll probably stay on for another 5 minutes. So if you guys want to ask me anything now's your time. Welcome back. Like I was saying, RT, I might get off in 5 minutes and then come back on it when I start cooking. I need to figure out if I want to go live or if I want to have it recorded. My good name? What does my good name mean? My name is on social media. I give my real name. So I don't know what my good name means. Yeah. Well, that reminds me, I need to do my laundry. I need to do my laundry. I was waiting for our maintenance man to show up, and he did. And after he did, I went live on TikTok, and then I went live here. You're welcome. Thank you. No, it would have been boring. I would have talked to myself. That's the one thing I hate about lives, is talking to myself. I get bored so easily. It's like I can only repeat the same stuff over and over again. And it just seems that TikTok is like that, unless I get on at a certain time. So maybe RT, if you want to, do you have TikTok? You can join me on TikTok. I might go live on TikTok instead for my dinner. But we'll see. If I had my other phone, I would do both. But like I said, my other phone is right now doing a time lapse on a flower we have. So, I'll maybe let my sister know I'm taking the phone off, and then I'll use both phones. We're gonna have to figure out where to put you guys in the kitchen so you don't fall over. Yeah, it's just self-discipline, right? I get into that too, but I use all of them, most of them, so that way I can reach more people. Because the more people I can get out of poverty, the better. That's literally my whole goal in life, is to help people get out of poverty. And so that's why I'm excited for the business that I have, because there aren't businesses out there that you pay one time and you get paid residual income after that. So, well, like you know, real estate and stuff like that, you've got that, but no online business like that. You usually have to buy products all the time and stuff like that. Here, you don't have to. They actually pay you. They actually give you money to buy products out of the money you already used, so you don't have to use that money, and then you could just use your commissions. So you only take out of pocket if you want to go above and beyond, which I love. That was the whole main reasons for this company. First of all, Canadian. Second of all, one-time investment. And third, residual income. And fourth, there's someone at my door. And then fourth, what was I gonna say? Fourth, oh my gosh, why is there somebody at my door? Fourth, okay, so residual income. Oh, local merchants. It helps out local merchants. Okay, let me go see who's at my door. Did you guys hear that? Well, let's help you out. Let's get you going for that, buds. Let's make you passive income online, and then, because that's what I plan to do with my commissions from Des Alpes. I'm going to invest it into other passive income and then go from there. So one second, I'm going to see who's up. Oh. Hey!
Hi, it's me again.
Yeah.
I think I left my little step stool.
Is it upstairs?
I don't know. I didn't go upstairs.
Let me see.
Did I? I remember being in the hallway. Did I leave it up there?
There's nothing up here. Oh, I remember you taking it outside and putting it on the stairs.
That's right. He got stolen. I'm gonna check the basement, just in case. That's crazy.
That'd be weird if someone stole your ladder.
Yeah, I remember laying it on the stair too.
Yeah.
Then we were talking about your plant.
How would they, like,
I have no idea.
because, like, we literally didn't look at it for, like, 5 seconds. Anyways. He's married, behave.
I didn't bring it down here because I borrowed your
Step stool.
little one.
I don't know, Joe. That is weird.
But I did have it here, right?
Yeah, you did, because you brought it, you had it on the ladder, on the stairs. And then you went to your truck and you grabbed your vacuum.
It along here at one point, but
Yeah, you had him. I don't know.
well, my bad. Sorry to disrupt you.
It's all good. I was just like, who the heck's at my door? Because we don't get very many visitors.
Yeah. All right. Well, you have a good night.
Yeah, hopefully you find it.
We'll see you later.
Okay, bye, Joe. It's actually funny because he's like slash kind of my coworker because he's our property manager's employee plus his best friend, but we sometimes clean houses for our property manager, so he's like kind of a coworker, which I think is funny. All right, sounds good, Jose. Well, anyways, well, I don't know, Jose. If you're a provider, maybe, but I don't. Like Russell says, I'm a certified gold digger. I don't deal with men who don't provide. So, even though I have my own money, but yeah. So I'm gonna get off for half an hour, listen to my book, maybe take my other phone off so I can. I'm gonna see how I like being able to clip from YouTube and TikTok to put into my stories and reels, and then we'll see if I go live. Because if I don't like it, if I find it's a lot of work, then I might not do it. Because I'm a vlogger, right? I can't share what I'm doing if I can't record it. But anyways, I'm a free spirit now, man. I got 40 acres. Ooh. I like acres. I plan to own a, we'll get to that eventually. But yeah, I'm gonna let you guys go. I may be back. You know the boring stuff, like share, subscribe, all that stuff. Share my beach videos with guys. I don't know. But even though I'm trying to gear more to women, but whatever. It doesn't matter. Whoever I can help get out of poverty, better. That's the goal. Okay, guys. Give me a last comment or two before I go. Because I don't want to just leave you guys high and dry. My hair looks amazing. Yeah. Decent guys count, yes, but you need to have money. Because your women needs to look good. And get your money up, men.